Hey guys, welcome to EURUSD review. We haven't been here since Wednesday evening, so I'm going to review all that's happened since that time. I want to start off as I usually do, try to give you an idea of what's going on in the market on a broader level, and then we can get a little more detailed. Since around July 11th, 12th, I've been watching something forming, and I got some confirmation a couple times we've expanded. But essentially, I did think, and I've mentioned that we were flagging here. You can see multiple touches here on the support, multiple touches here on the resistance, and I assumed if and when we broke out of this that we would continue rising up. So this bull flag has clearly worked. Before I get a little more detailed, white lines and blue lines are all that matter. Orange lines are more minor lines. Uh, Blue lines are macro level lines that have been from years of past price action. White can also be from years, but usually I'm a little bit more open and flexible to how I adjust them. Sometimes I adjust them daily, sometimes it's a few days depending on the action. When we go straight up, a lot of times it's easier not to adjust a lot. When we consolidate like this, I have to kind of adjust and figure out what levels are the ones that are controlling the price action. So the first thing I mentioned was this bull flag, and we broke out from that bull flag on Monday the 23rd, a week ago. We back tested it once, maybe even twice, and then from that bull flag 1580 about, we have now climbed over 200 points in a matter of a week. So you can clearly see how important these structures are. I've adjusted it, I think, twice now. Nothing wrong with that. It's not an exact science, but the main thing you want to see is that price is consolidating. The last thing I mentioned was around Wednesday, 5 o'clock, around this time, that we were very bullish and I was looking for some pullbacks. We haven't even tested the latest level and zone, this general area, since the breakout on Wednesday the 23rd afternoon. That's how strong, that's how bullish we are. Let's get into a 45-minute chart first and start going over what we're seeing very broadly. I did adjust the levels a little bit at one point, so I might not be able to show the exact setups I had from Friday, but that's fine. Nevertheless, the main thing here is on Wednesday, we pretty much accepted this level for a little while from 245, and we just kind of consolidated, slightly flagged below before pushing through at 630. We pushed through this level, then back tested it at 845 for our second entry that we are often provided, and then we just continue to go on up. Let's get into a 15-minute chart, because then I want to show you what looks like a mini failed breakdown here on Thursday overnight. So around Thursday, let's say 1 o'clock ish, you can see clearly that we came down and we set a low around 1676, got up to about 1685. So about 10 points, 11 points, not the best low. We set another low kind of here, and then we sold, dipped below, then we started pushing back up. When you are super bullish, sometimes this may be the only opportunity you get. Maybe you have to size down accordingly, but essentially you have to look for whatever you can get. And here you can see we kind of tagged this level up here exact, came back down, started flagging sideways. So one can kind of look for a position at some point. Ideally, a flush of this would have been great, but we didn't get that, nor have we gotten down there since. So that overnight failed breakdown triggered a great long. We pushed through this level, which you can see was very important the night before. We tagged it direct at 330 and then started pushing up and continued to push up. So this failed breakdown went from 1684 all the way up to 1745. So that was a great setup. On the wake up around 6 o'clock, I noticed everything that happened and there wasn't much to work with. There was like kind of like a mini failed breakdown of this low here, but not a great setup in any sense of the word. So I just held back and continued to look for some pullback and find a setup, and that we did. Clearly this low was set at 3:30 a.m. At 8 o'clock we dipped below that low and reclaimed it, and we set up a failed breakdown. That worked awesome right after for a good 10-12 point gain. Then we set up a second failed breakdown, another mini failed breakdown just below it, really quick at 8:30, which is often a very busy time, and that resulted in a great long moving forward all the way up to this level that we didn't tag on the initial push. Later on Thursday morning, we offered another dip in recovery of this level. So this level clearly is very important, and you call it even a magnet level, 1692-ish area. Later on, we'll get into why you can call that, especially when the price action continued to give us longs from there. But anyways, we got to another new high, then started selling down, flagging rest of Thursday evening. At which point we got a little bit of a dip and then a push back up around 7 o'clock. We went above these lows, this cluster of lows. These are great lows. We consolidated there for a while to try to kick out as many people as we could and offered a couple pops here. All these trades were valid. We never lost this low, so there was almost 1, 2, 3, 4 probable opportunities to go long from this general area around 1692 before we went up another 60 points. So that was what happened in the evening of Thursday, as well as overnight Thursday into Friday morning. When I woke up around 7 o'clock Friday morning, I noticed that we had flagged into this level. I was looking for a dip in recovery of this low right here, and we barely got that by not even like 0.3 of a decimal. So I didn't take that. However, I just continued to wait to see if we could reclaim this level. We sold real quick at 8 a.m. down, tagged this zone pretty much again. That gave me a lot of confidence. So when we pushed back up at 8:15, I went long here, stop loss below these lows. That worked out great. Thereafter, which we just kind of sold control slowly. There were some dip and recovery setups here. Not really interested at this point. I was looking for a flush at this level. We didn't quite get that. And then kind of just kept on going. However, Friday afternoon, we started selling, so my attention was definitely engaged. I saw we lost this low. I was looking for a failed breakdown at these lows. We didn't quite get there. We started pushing back up at 245. So I noticed we tagged this level below, then went right back down. And then we at 3 o'clock, we pushed through. So I'm really interested in going long on a failed breakdown here. Since we sat there for like 15-20 minutes, I thought that was a good entry. I went long and I caught some points right before the close, and that was a great long clear failed breakdown. You can see the low set up here, a cluster of them. We went below the level and then went right back above. On the Sunday open, we didn't get much this time. We kind of just consolidated around this area, just moving back and forth. I got a dip in recovery here in the late evening, and then a failed breakdown of this low set earlier. That was a great setup, which sadly I missed, but was an awesome setup right here. Simple, very simple. Overnight, we've just been consolidating in this range, not doing much until this morning. When I woke up, we lost these lows, pushed back above around 9 o'clock. I was definitely interested. I wanted to see if we would go back down, maybe come a little lower. When we pushed here at 9:45, I thought that was a good signal that we were showing strength, so I did go long. That was a little choppy as we retested the low here, but that continued up, and now I'm positioned with some exposure left of this failed breakdown of these lows. It's been crazy bullish on Euro USD. I don't know what to tell you. I'm literally running out of levels above. I only have this. I need to do more research. The first thing I would say right now is I'm looking for a back test of this breakout level. You can see we almost got up there once, twice. Did tag it and sold a lot. Tagged it again, sold decent. Tagged it here before pushing back down and then pushing back up. So now this becomes the back test, first back test I'm looking to potentially for a long. So I would love to see us sell into this. After that, I have to do a little bit more adjustment on the levels, but a failed breakdown at this low or this low will be great. This is a cluster here, so I'm looking to see if we can get below both of them. If not, might have to just get a dip in recovery that doesn't quite go below these lows. Overall, again, like I said, very bullish on Euro USD. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a pullback, and I'll have to adjust these levels accordingly.